has started to become a bit more often. Haha. But we are here now, and we are ready to game. Nope. Mostly ready to game. Of course, I'm starting to...
And I'll just check for us down here.
Yeah. Give us a check and make sure everything's
all good on there.
Running as it should do. Are we online? Yeah, we are. Good.
Yes, we are. I'll grab my Prime capsule, even though I don't play League anymore.
I had to give up my Prime, so I do not get those now. So, where we last left you guys, you'd all just headed off to bed.
Honk shoe.
You wake up the next morning. A few of you bright and early, or as bright and early as you want. A few of you probably will need to get nudged if you're getting up early. Dope.
Well, I'm up early.
You continued to
Snips
drink
as well.
didn't you?
Oliver,
Urson, give me a con check at a -4.
Still a plus
Oh
3.
no.
Exactly, I know.
Christ.
Which is why I'm okay with it. Yep. We'll get...
Well,
You're rough in the morning if you try... Like, whenever you first wake up, you're right the crack of dawn, the usual time, you feel rough. Like, real rough. You're like, part of you wants to go back to bed?
Froggy.
I'll hungover pray.
Fair. Fair. That is expected.
Bloody Mary, full of grace.
I've got it doing the thing again. Ooh, that's good. Right, so... And who else? Well, I know, Snips, did you keep up drinking with them all night?
I was, but I think I rolled okay on my con saves from last night. I'll roll again if I need to.
You
though.
did, but if you stayed up and like drank any more after more than anything with them.
Screw it. Hit me with those con saves. Let's see what we can do.
-4 as well.
Oh, -4. Oh.
Oh no, he's going to come down the stairs like a Cooper shell.
It's either going to go really well or really... Oh! Okay. How we doing?
That makes a 13, right?
Am I able to do my morning bird calls?
Your voice is a bit sore in the morning. You still got a 13, so you're not too bad. But like, no, you're a bit rough in the morning too. But
So it's less of a lovely bird call, more of a...
it's like I could do this, but I'm worried it'll give me a headache if I do.
One of the gruffer birds.
One of the gruffer birds comes down. It's just like, hey yo, man, this is where the good stuff's at. Oh
Hey,
no, sorry.
Fucking do.
Oh no, sorry. I've been summoning you. I'm just really hungover. It's a little rough.
Yeah, your wording's a bit off, and like you're misconstrued a few times.
Wait. We're meeting at... Wait. What's going down at the docks? No. No, nothing's going down at the docks. I'm just saying, I've started investing in stocks. It's not going well.
You don't speak about my mother that way.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, hey, that's a very rude crow.
This country folk. And then, of course, they fly away. Japhira is wrecked. This also is good reasoning. Japhira is near enough catatonic. Like, absolutely way too much to drink. Feeling it like hell. We'll get up in a couple of hours whenever you guys decide you're going to leave. And head.
I'll give her a spare the dying just to make sure, you know.
Oh, yes. That's fair. You restore her to 1 hit point.
Damn, lucky I woke up when I did. That could be bad.
She wasn't actively taking damage. She was just there. Like teetering on death.
Honestly, fair enough.
Keeping up with you two, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, that wasn't gonna go much better than it did.
Nope.
Whoa.
The rest of you all wake up whenever you wish.
Ollie will likely wake up early in order to see the morning in for a change. Seeing as it is a new location, he wishes to experience things like the sunset and whatnot in a new location. But on doing so, he'll also create a small... make sure there's some drink, some water ready for his companions when they come tumbling downstairs, just in case of hangover.
Yep. Whoever's on duty in the inn that morning sort of like does the same, gets out some water. Just goes. How hungry are those lads usually when they wake up?
Yes.
Yes.
What do you exactly have in stock? There was a time with quite a lot of ham sandwiches, if I can recall. Oh, was it steak?
So they do eat quite a bit. He said,
so,
no
I
worries.
wish I could tell you the true numbers.
No worries,
I
no
left
worries.
that chapter at home.
That's no worries. Goes, puts his head back and says, double it.
Let's triple it just to be safe.
Yeah, actually, you're fair. I sent the kid round to the bakery to get some more bread. Yeah.
Just the whole cow, you know? Why not?
Would you like a hand with that, perhaps?
No, it's alright. That's what we pay porters for. Pretty much, it's just like somebody interning there for like a couple months or something because his dad's one of the workers. You know, the usual. So, after a little...
Scratch normally gets up early, but because I've just established they've been pulling all-nighters, like, permanently, it's probably the opposite, and they're a bit zonked now that they don't have to be working and stuff.
Yeah, because you weren't up all night, sort of, like, hammering away, weirdly enough, like, you just wake up normally at, like, 9 a.m.
I was going to say, is it absolutely fine until the word bread is somewhat said quietly downstairs?
No, it's the
And
smell.
then you hear the Hanna-Barbera running noise.
No, it's whenever the smell hits. When somebody opens the door and brings it out.
I was waiting for
I
the
was
wee boy coming back
going
from
to
the
say
bakery.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was going to say the Squidward. Good night, Smash.
I was just going to say the kid coming back from the bakery is just going to come in, scratch up like, Brian just got attacked by a bird person. The hell? The order's gone. I'm sorry.
Nah. We're not gonna make sure any of you have caused crimes already.
I didn't ask how big the room is.
Fair. Big enough. So what's a good early morning thing? Some porridge is brought out, if anybody's wanting that. Some, obviously, bread as well, just standard loaf. Some bacon. Not a huge amount of it, but some. And of course more fish, because these guys seem to have like a readily available source of fish. So, out of all of them, that's a very common thing for them to serve. With assorted herbs and spices over them too, and some spreads to go with your bread, bit of butter, bit of marmalade, some jams as well. You notice at least one of the jams came from Lake Rest. You're not sure. I think maybe blueberry.
That all sounds lovely, my dear. Snips is going to look at all this, look at the fish, look at the bacon. He's going to take a bit of. He's just going to take a whole fish, and then wrap it in bacon like blacksmith wraps sword hilt.
Yeah.
And just lowers the whole thing
Oh yeah.
down. And then just lowers the whole thing into his mouth, and then pulls out like the fish bones too. And then whichever window is open most, he's just gonna. He'll just shoot like a hawk of bacon fat out of his mouth at half the speed of an arrowhead. Where it'll hit some wind chimes.
Roll me a charisma check. Well, what is his charisma? What is his charisma score?
Okay, it's not terrible. It's a 10.
Roll. Oh god, 50-50. Roll me a d20.
You go bad. Nope, didn't work. Did not work.
So you spit that out. You spit a lock of bacon fat out the window, and all you suddenly hear is, "Ah!"
Sips is just gonna say, "Uh-oh," and his head goes in the shell.
The name of hell is that? What are you doing, Ollie?
Center station?
You don't see a person?
Looking out the window?
Yeah, you see like a man sort of in. You think it's like priest robes, like just crossed over the bridge and was heading towards one of the temples. Do you just you clean it off him? Oh, thank you.
My apologies, good sir.
He looks down at it, looks up at you, looks down at it, looks up at you. Couldn't be.
Oh, it wasn't me. It was.
Huh. Continues to walk on.
Just walk away, man. Walk away.
He's just like, do I want to know? No, I don't.
It's not worth it.
Wow, that was a close one.
You may have accidentally almost had us on the wrong side of a religion.
Ow, another one? I mean,
Yeah, I was about to say.
It's fine. They're all wrong except mine.
I'm gonna come pat you on the shoulder.
You got.
Oh, this never gets old. Oh my god.
Mars really taking that capital G nonsense to heart.
As long as we don't show them again and show them what we've got, I think we'll be fine.
This is true.
Oh no.
Hmm?
Oh, no. Oh, I was going to say no. There may be a D-O-double-G, but Mars is the G-O-double-D.
From the Israel BC.
Easy pimpin'.
Just reminds me that they actually got Snoop Dogg in an epic rap battle once as Moses.
It was so good.
It was?
How did they do that?
What did they got him in the in a film?
No,
Epic rap battles of history.
yeah.
Yeah. Bro, they got... I mean, he begs with... Who is it? Who's
Santa
that?
Claus?
No,
Yeah.
All
no,
I've heard,
no.
Snoop Dogg is just the chillest person. I mean, of course he's chill.
Who wouldn't be?
He actually, somebody
He's
was
gonna-
Baker or...
He streams on Twitch.
Oh, no, it was like Betty White or
Nice
something,
Peter.
wasn't it?
Yeah, yes,
That's sick.
Yeah, they had it.
Oh.
He loves her to bits.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he is fantastic at stream as well.
I was going to say, he's fantastic at baking. Yes, he is.
And one of those two was a committed felon. And it won't Snoop.
No. Strangely enough, no.
Yeah, that's why he loves you. He's like, oh, no, she gangsta.
Fair.
You.
Christ. So,
Have a Snoop Dogg in this campaign somewhere.
no.
Just a
No, I'm not doing that accent. That's racist. that would be too problematic for a white Irishman to do.
QCon brings on Snoop Dogg as special guest.
That would be hilarious.
If
That'd
we
be amazing.
if we ever afford Snoop Dogg, I will have peaked as a human being.
True. Very true. So, after breakfast, and this is where we assume that random stuff gets talked about over breakfast, as it always does. Eventually, you hear sort of very quiet footsteps coming down the stairs.
Good morning. Don't feel like you have to stay in the place. Plenty of water.
You just look at you try to look at her. You just get daggers if you try to look at her.
She is water.
Feeling like death. And that way, Jafira is there, but not participating today.
The fear is there, yet not there.
Oh, I think I heard a riddle about this once. I've still never worked it out.
I think you may have some seaweed in your hair. It's just like a bit disheveled.
I'm just gonna
Seaweed
scooch.
such a state.
I'm scooching away from him right now. Something's getting thrown up on the way.
She does walk about with double-ended magic staff these days.
Just gonna rub a blade forward.
Snips is just gonna look at the slowly rising demon within Jafira, just nod, the quickest and deftest he's ever been, just let her over a cup of tea.
Takes the tea, sits down, looks at the slice of bread, and just goes,
If you got a spew, and Snips will just sort of slide over a spare drinking horn.
fair.
See what it is.
Grim.
No, it's just more of a, if I eat, I will.
Yes. Just don't use the window. We don't want war on the system.
Fair.
Aim for the bridge.
Hey! How is that same guy still here?
Oh no, I've choose a different one, and I'm... One of them you'll never hit. I know 3 temples. There's one you'd never hit.
Accepted.
Look at the 3 names. Have a guess which one you'll never actually
I
hit.
can't see anything on the map.
Can you not? On Roll20?
No.
Are you not zoomed in?
I'm. Yes.
Oh, yeah. I worked it out.
I
yeah.
have no map.
I'd take a punt on Hestia, because she's
Oh,
in charge of cleaning,
I'm
but...
resetting it, but I still. Oh, there it is. 5th time's the charm. It's low polygons. Very low polygon. There it is.
It'll get.
Okay.
It would no. It would get. Let's be honest. It would get.
I can't remember what each of these gods were from.
One is. They're all Greek.
Greek mythology.
Great. Artemis is hunting. Apollo is speed.
Sun and arts.
And Hestia is the hearth.
The home.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh wait, is Hestia? She's the one with the giant. No, she's the one with the giant neck in Smite.
That's
Giant neck?
in Smite.
I feel like that'd be...
God, Smite's weird.
It is.
No, she isn't. What's her name? It's the jealous wife /
Hera?
sister to
Hera?
the jealous wife sister. Yes.
Of Zeus, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't
Yeah,
say
that's
jealous. The justified wife sister of Zeus.
Yeah. Good point.
Let's be honest.
Major prick, but yes.
Well, yes.
Not for justified.
Is the person a Greek god or goddess? Yes. They are a major prick. Next question. The only one that doesn't apply.
That for
Yeah.
Hephaestus.
Yeah, there's two people that generally doesn't apply to, and it's Hades and Hephaestus. And that's only Hephaestus is because I think he's part Titan, isn't he?
Okay.
Which is probably.
I don't actually know if he's part Titan.
I think he might be.
He might be.
Because I don't think he's. I don't think he's
canonically disabled.
I don't think he's blood
far as I
related
know.
to any of the others. It's not one of Zeus's kids, I don't think.
I can't remember.
It's been a while.
Homework for later.
Yeah.
That's a fair assessment.
Yeah. So Jafir sits down, has a cup of tea, fills up her thing of water, and then you guys leave to go to see Mortimer. And a bit different to the last time you've been to Mortimer's, it seems a bit bigger. Last time it was kind of just like a sort of more like an office, like a 2-level sort of office in the middle of a row of shops sort of area. Now it's its own standalone building.
But he was holding out on us. So...
He's benefiting from our hard work, it would seem.
Yes. I agree on that one.
That, or for all you know, he could have been waiting for this to be finished.
True.
Or this could be his summer house. But then again, why would you have a small house?
No, the summer house is the one up by you guys. at least for now, which, yeah. So.
Does this house look very defensible at all?
It's not incredibly. More defensible than the old one, but that's more because it looks sturdier. In some respects, it's more brickwork than woodwork. It's definitely a sturdier building.
It's also missing a giant were-kenku hole.
Yeah, true. Snips will just throw a punch one of the support beams a little bit. It's good wood.
Yeah, it's oak.
Yeah. But Snips will sort of lean in and lick the wood a little bit. It's oak. That's good wood.
Why are you looking at another man's wood?
What's your rating system for wood?
Well, it depends on the type of wood you want. It can either be hardwood or softwood. Both are good, but you never want to use a softwood for a hardwood kind of deal.
No, situational.
Very.
Sorry, give me just a
Right.
second.
I needed this. The jokes, not the wood.
Well, it depends
Nice.
on the type of wood you want. You can never have enough wood. Hardwood or softwood. Yeah, true. Snips will just throw a punch
dirty
one
jokes from
of
that
the
one.
support beams a little bit.
1 second.
Good wood.
Yeah,
What
it's
dirty jokes? What dirty jokes?
I mean, the wood is...
Yeah.
This wood is
How much?
connected.
Sorry,
Snips will
I was
throw a
just
punch one of the
I was just
support
going
beams.
in and hitting the clip button there. Because I'm sorry, I had to clip that.
I mean, I'm honored.
Trying to drink it is the most difficult thing in the world.
Isn't it always? And right, there we go.
Hey, spitting's quitting.
There we go.
Okay, last one.
For later.
Now that you've checked out the wood, shall we head inside?
I agree.
Front door or back?
Yes, please.
Continue to make this conversation worse. Well, you guys are standing at the front door because the front door is sort of pointed towards.
That's a relief, honestly.
Right. Doing it at a time.
Front door is most direct.
This is true. It's right beside. Obviously, it's right beside the Temple of Apollo.
I'm going to be honest. I may have to leave this bit out of the book. It's going to start sounding like
A different
Wrong kind of book.
Yes, I kind of don't want to be writing the next step. 50 types of wood.
You're blushing, and that's
The
impressive
50
because your
types of
complexion
wood
makes
is a
that
very
genuinely
good.
difficult.
The 50 types of wood is a fantastic carpentry manual. You should be so honored as to emulate it.
You're right, yes.
Onward and inward.
Let's go.
Bang, 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 bang!
door is opened. You see a dwarven man in sort of working clothes. Just stops for a second, takes one look at you all. Ah, Mr. Mortimer's been expecting you. And opens the door and lets you in.
Oh, that was easy.
Thank you.
Much appreciated.
I'm aware that you haven't been to Mr. Mortimer's new abode now. If you take the second door to the right, you'll get into his study, and he should be along in just a couple of minutes. He might be at one of the adjoining rooms, just doing whatever it is he does.
Let's go on in.
That's right.
And yeah, 2 doors down. Like, as you're walking past, like he has a dining room. You see the dining room's like quite set up, like about 10 seats, 10-seat table. But it looks like the way it seems to be laid out, like that room could definitely fit a bigger table if needs be, sort of thing. And you go into the study, and it's a study. It has books. One wall's just covered in bookshelves. Couple of memoirs, couple of just fictional books as well, and just some ledgers as well, it seems, of his. And sort of different trinkets and such around on the other sort of cabinets around the other sides. Sort of a chunk of this of earth from like whenever the house's foundations were put in, stuff like that. Like, just kind of things that don't really mean or wouldn't be too valuable to most people.
Let's check the spines of the book just while we wait.
You will not see anything really of worthwhile to yourself to read.
Play the text.
Pretty much, yeah. But it's also
I suppose there's a
Mortimer.
window I can kind of perch by while we're waiting.
Oh yeah, yeah. You JRPG main character over at the nearest window ledge.
Not interested.
Like cross arms, lean back in the
Okay, Cloud Strive, calm down.
Yeah, a little bit. And you hear sort of after him, it's just like you hear like oh yes. Yeah. You hear sort of like the footpath, the tiny footsteps of the man coming in from one of the side rooms. Just opens up the door. Obviously, there's sofas and stuff for you to sit on in the main part of the study room here.
Leg, take the seat.
Fair. Yes. Perfect, you're here. Very nice to see you again, friends. Thank you for entertaining my request.
I hope you don't mind. I was just checking your collection. I was expecting you quite the man of culture is what I see here.
Ah, yes. These are the least valuable of my collection. This is more the entertaining side of the house. So, if you want me to show you the other part of the collection, that would be upstairs, just more out of the way.
Be most honoured.
Just to keep safe.
Indeed. Knowledge is power, as they say.
It is indeed,
Oh, unless...
and precisely that's why we're here. I've come across 2 bits of knowledge that paint a bit of a dire situation, but 2 matters that may need some specialist attention to. But we'll come to that.
Oh, I'm not special, I promise. My dad told me so when I was very young.
So some of you are special, some of you are special.
That's kind of disappointing to hear, but I know you are.
Oh.
So, yeah, right, yes, sorry. But before we get to that exactly, if you just want to follow me up the stairs and, like, you see him ringing a tiny, like, bell beside the entrance to the room, and a maid comes down. Yes, sir? It's like, would you like anything to drink?
I think we're good.
I think
Yeah.
two
Maybe some tea.
barbarians have had enough of the hearts. So
Well, it is early, so tea is entirely appropriate. I have quite a few varieties in as well.
do you have any form of juice, per se? I could use something quite sweet.
Fruit juices. What do we have in? Oh, we should have some apple juice in, yes.
That's quite alright.
I'll bring in some. Yep, just some apple juice, tea for a friend here, and a coffee for myself, please.
I'll take a red wine.
No, I don't think you need...
1 red wine. That's fair. No, it's red wine, it's fine. It's not strong stuff. It's morning wine.
Good.
Yeah.
Never speak to me again.
I will keep an eye. I
Oh,
will
no,
keep
speak
keeping
no,
an
we're being like-
eye would you like me to step in if it becomes a bit too much? Or...
Yes, it'll be fine.
At your own risk.
We don't really need to become one of the spirits you talk to any earlier than you have to.
Again,
I
at your
thought
own risk.
I thought he needed to talk to spirits.
Wine isn't a spirit.
Oh. But I've talked to many, but I've had many spiritual encounters with wine.
And it's true, all spirits do tend to wine, so...
Ollie's
That
just
is
gonna
very
probably
true.
write down in his book. Note. Require whole person for intervention.
Hold liquor.
I feel like just hearing me told like this.
He leeches sort of to one of the, he says, bring it up to the drawing room upstairs. Leeches to one of the staircases and just starts walking up. Follow me. Leeches through a, how would you describe this room? Seems to be more of a private room that he has set aside for like entertaining guests himself. Like less public facing, a bit more intimate of a room. Not huge, but does have a desk in it. Has a fireplace in one of the sides of the room. Seems to be maybe a place he spends sort of the colder times, sort of in that sort of area. But he walks over to one of the bookcases, and you see him sort of like pulling on one of the drawer handles. As he does, the bookcase swings off the wall,
Okay.
leading to another room behind it.
It's impressive. I must take notes for if we ever redo the house.
Fun.
Do all bookshelves do this?
No.
Some.
Just this one,
I mean-
because this is where sensitive information is kept.
I lean over to Snips. If you want them to.
Snip's first trip to
Snips.
the library.
Snips just looks at Scratch with the most wide-eyed, excited look.
I can mod all the walls in the house.
They can't all rotate
Any of the
now.
bookshelves in my room, I must affirm to you that please don't.
And as he leads you into the room,
That's just beautiful.
he pulls out sort of 6 chairs, puts them around the table there. It's like they were waiting for you to wait. He didn't know when you were showing up, but obviously he's had them in the room here waiting. And on the table in front of you is a map of the region, which, for intents and purposes, we shall hop back to. Ollie.
It's been there a while.
Yeah.
That face has been there
dang.
since the beginning of the series. You just got rid of history.
Oh my.
Well, you know what
Respect.
they say. Can't destroy good history without losing a good smiley face.
Let's be honest, some histories deserve to be destroyed.
Damn. That's
Oh my god.
Oh.
That
It's true.
is gold, man. Yeah.
It's fair.
You made him sad now.
Don't start this. I'll take away your drawing privileges.
Yeah, but hey.
So, the reason I brought you here, the maid comes up and sort of drops off the drinks. He's like, thank you. Sends her away again. You don't know how she got into the room, because he did close it behind him.
Wait,
have many
how
questions.
did she? But wait, how?
Don't ask. I'm not going to. Don't ask. I'm not going to tell you.
He's a very good maid.
yeah.
They're pretty much out of character. Like there's just room between certain walls, like servant corridors and stuff like that, so they can move about the house unseen, like they would have done in ye olde mansions. So, the situation. Obviously, you guys have been off resting for a few months after what could only be described as surviving an apocalypse level event. Which, hopefully there's nothing too weird happening up there now with the aftermath of that.
I mean, there's been quite a few strange in the nature there, but
Minor at this stage. We have limited it, closed the area off as best we can.
indeed.
So we have two situations.
Someone's kept my hands on one of the specimen of this free-eyed fish.
Doesn't sound healthy.
Oh, it's just for research.
True that. So, we have two situations brewing in Brightholme at the moment. It's kind of awkward to say this one.
We bear no judgment here.
Exactly.
It's not
I got
just-
in a literal.
It's not judgment to do with me, do not worry. So, I haven't had much word from the capital recently. My recent trips, or trips that were due to happen recently, have all been cancelled or postponed indefinitely by the king. You see him like rifling through a drawer and like pulls out letter with the king's seal on it. The most recent letter advising me that my expertise was no longer needed in the king's court.
That's rough, buddy.
I don't believe it is. I believe something else is at play here.
Are you suggesting that perhaps he knew about these events to happen, or
No.
someone has approached him upon them?
Take a look and see if you for yourselves. I have my gut instinct about this, but I'm not sure. Opens up the letter and passes it over to Hero.
Those look like words?
They are, yes.
Okay.
Obviously, you can see
I'm
that
in the loop. Yes.
it is actually signed by the king at the bottom.
Ollie's going to go quiet as he skim reads it.
Actually,
Yeah, one of y'all is gonna have to like read it aloud for us.
I mean, I know
The
that's the
literary guy
word.
rise up.
I'll just give it one quick go, see if I can maybe paraphrase it for you.
I will do so anyway myself.
Yeah.
Lord Mortimer, your quarterly review meeting with the king has been put on indefinite suspension until further notice. I believe that it would be best placed for your efforts to continue in Longtooth and to the west of the capital. Please remain there until called upon. We do not wish for your presence in the capital at this stage.
This
But-
reads like you may have upset someone there.
Do you just want to make any rolls or anything?
Can I insight check it?
Can you read it, Snips?
I mean, I like to think Snips has been like, with the book he's got from his dad, and
The words,
and conferring with that,
just
conferring
from
with Oliver on that.
just from the words
Oh, yeah.
alone, at your level of understanding of them, it seems very honest.
I would like to roll a perception check if possible to see if there's any unusual writing standards within the letter, maybe perceiving hiding a message or something.
Yep.
Is this in his usual hand?
that's what I was gonna check. Oh,
Oh ho ho. Okay. Ollie.
Oh bloody hell!
Yep.
Okay.
Oh goddamn.
Okay. This, of course, is not the king's handwriting. You don't have any situational. You would actually have situational bonus for this. Okay. The DC is actually 25, but you have situational bonus for this one.
Okay.
Pretty much, like the fact that you crit means that you actually spot this. Otherwise, you probably would have had to do a bit more digging around. Somebody is you can tell, you know who this is written by. They're trying to hide it. You can, but like they've purposefully changed their handwriting style to try and mask who wrote this. But
Mortimer, I must infer, have you considered the possibility that you're being swindled right now? So this is clearly a forgery.
This has not been forged. The king's
The
signature.
handwriting, anyway.
The king's signature is
Yes.
perfect. It's
The,
entirely perfect. It's royal sealed, and it was sealed when it was hand delivered to me.
this handwriting is... It's not the king's. I can't just...
Oh, no.
describe it to you.
You know whose handwriting this is, Holly.
Is it who I think it is?
Oh.
Just a big meanie. I'm afraid you're being swindled by the man that I was forced to call father because he was...
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was hoping.
Wait.
I believe he may be a bit salty still that I prefer you as a father over him.
if that's what you think, you're underestimating what he's up to.
May I see? I want Scratch to just take a look at this real fast.
Go for it.
Because I was originally going to suggest, as a Kenku, I have expert forgery, and I was going to maybe try and twist that into seeing if it was a construction. But honestly, while I have this in my hands, I might just try and do a little memorization of this writing style, and then also that so important signature
Clever.
of the king. Let's just put that in the back pocket if we can.
Make a note of it somewhere for yourself. But yes, you.
It's already very well, but
He sees you looking over the way you're looking over it, Scratch, and actually hands you like a blank sheet of paper, and says, "Practice away."
I like this guy.
Well,
see, this was very. He almost even had me, but
Don't.
the
You're
way he's dotted his eye here is
pretty.
very-
That is exactly it. Everything else was changed except for his dots. The dot is the only thing that gave it away. Like, normally he has a bit of more flamboyant style, but he's really held back. He is.
This isn't as cursive as I thought it would be.
He
More
has.
cursed than cursive.
He has tried to hide that it was him writing this.
So is your father trying to plan a coup?
It's more than possible. A piece of work.
I would assume that if this is sealed by the king, signed by the king, he's not planned, he's succeeded.
Oh.
You're not sure. But that would. But that would certainly explain a few things.
Like what?
Well, being thrown out of court unceremoniously, nothing. But not officially either, to not raise suspicions.
Made one mistake.
The little birdies in the capital haven't been talking as much recently either.
Wait, you can talk to birds too?
Nice.
An expression.
What does he mean?
He talks
Oh,
Literally talks to
I can talk to birds.
Literally.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. That's not what I'm talking about, no.
Snips, what's
Oh.
the furthest range bird you can talk to?
Oh. It'd probably be someone like, maybe Chaz? Or Falcone?
Don Falcone.
Is it
Um,
possible for you to scout ahead, see if there's anything untoward?
give Ethan a sec to just double check the maximum range on that.
Fair enough.
I don't know.
I was going to say, Alora has a range as well, doesn't she?
Yeah, but...
Oh yeah,
there's-
familiars, it's like a few hundred feet. It's not...
It's not miles.
There are some ways around it, but they involve a lot of stuff.
Yep. The travel to the capital would normally take 4 days. For you guys, it's 2.
Maybe.
As a possible
I'm-
plan of action.
I've never sent a bird that far before, but it might work. Out of character, Paul, if I were to send, could I use the animal messenger spell to
What is the
send a bird?
what is the target of Animal Messenger?
Animal messenger. You use an animal to deliver a message. As long as it's a tiny beast. Oh, wait. Yeah, no, it has to be to a location you have visited. Sniff hasn't been to the capital, so.
It's also
Oh,
it's also more the like you have to send a message, like you don't get anything back.
yeah.
I suppose if Morton
Yeah.
had a contact, but then they wouldn't be able to send him back, and if they could, they would have already.
See, that's more what his
I'm-
worry seems to be.
Yeah.
It helps if I know where the boat's going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not so good with directions if I haven't been there.
Some of the local animals probably have been that direction, but describing them where to go probably a bit harder. So, whatever's going on there, like, even when you even have minor nobility leaving the capital sometimes, coming out, visiting, but nothing for about 2 months now. I don't know what's happening.
Closed.
They're not. No official people. Like, traders can go in. Traders have been in. They've not said anything after they've come back. They've not been denied entry or anything.
Or so metaphorically, as in.
Yeah.
others.
Yeah. That does seem like that, yes.
So,
You actually might have actually kidnapped the king. That's
do you want us to go to the capital and check in
That's-
on them?
That is one of the possibilities, yeah.
There's one thing that worries me about all this.
Mm-hmm.
That scum is much smarter than this. For all we know, this could be a lure of a trap.
For
He
who?
could know that someone like he knows that we're in working with Mortimer. He may have been more than aware that we could overcome and work this out.
I will be.
Trap for us.
I will be honest. I've had people looking at this letter for the past week. None of them figured that out.
pretty sure he was.
And who would know his handwriting better than
The-
Son of blood?
Yeah, you're the only person that would know this, and I'm not even sure that, like, on your, like, on a normal day, would you have noticed that?
Pretty sure if you're going to kidnap a king, you don't want people to know.
Like, it is.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
And I this isn't a matter of pride. This is a matter of scheming. How far down our list of people to call were we?
Not that far. But for matters like this, I do have a spy master.
Would it be an expected course of action for you to contact us?
No.
Okay.
You guys are not on my official listing of, like, directly employed personnel. Like, you're not staff members of my house. You are people I confide in. You're people I trust with sensitive matters.
Okay.
This,
All due
like,
respect, though, and all aside, I won't be able to cross out the chance.
no, I wouldn't either. I wouldn't cross out that chance either, because I don't know exactly his inner workings.
It's been years since I've seen him, well, in this way.
You weren't at court that often. That man rose up the ranks a lot quicker than most.
As he wants
You say your dad does the magics. Can he what's the what do they call it? When you make people do what you want with magic,
form of hypnotism?
no, not that one.
In
It's
source,
like animal. It's like It's like when I give instructions to animals, but they do it to people.
like enthrall, enchant.
Brainwash.
Yeah. Can your dad do that?
Do I have any memories of him looking at that kind of stuff?
You don't put it past him. You've never seen him actively do it.
Not of my recalling, but again, it's been quite a while since I
It's the
spent
sort of
any time with him.
it's the sort of thing of, like, you may have seen him cast 1 or 2 spells at most. he hid them well.
I would not put it past him.
We,
He's villainous through and through.
if we were to go, he would know we're there.
Yeah.
We
Sense
we
us as
can't
soon
sneak
as we
past
got
him.
to the-
It,
Unfortunately, no. He would know as soon as we got to the city.
So we're gonna go as traders for pleasure, or you want us to deliver a message to the king, like a response? Have a little nosy.
You know what? I'll write a response for you guys. Yeah, that sounds like a smart idea, at least, to have that as a potential answer.
Hey, if you know
Mike.
we're gonna be there, let's not pretend we don't know.
It might as well get you, it might get you through the gates at least. But at the same time, I don't think they would stop young Oliver from entering.
I mean, I have reason to go too. We don't have to use Ollie as the front.
That's true.
I was hoping I wouldn't have to see him so soon.
But, as I mentioned, that is only one of two concerns.
Oh,
What's the other?
another.
Right tell the other.
Just give me a second. Check my notes. Did I note down a name for this place yet? Because I know I started writing it. I did not. Ooh, good, good. One of the northeastern cities. Well, near the northeastern city of Dunhill, which you can see on the map, the most northeastern of the cities. They have lost contact with a lot of their mines up in the mountains.
Did they by any chance find any rare ore of late?
Good question.
Why in the mountains did they disappear?
We don't know yet. So I'm going to roll. Nothing beyond their normal fare, as far as I'm aware. They are the kingdom's primary source of iron. Good bit of stone as well, but there's other places that produce a large amount more than it. Rare materials. See, I don't have that information. That's a question I wouldn't have thought to ask, not being a man that's had much to do with ores, really.
As a wanderer, would like having excellent memory of like geography from my background, would I have knowledge of whereabouts these iron sources are, like relative to where the miners would be going on today?
They would find veins probably anywhere in these mountains. They're quite ferrous in that regard. There's quite a lot of iron in those mountains. A lot of it has been mined out over the years. Which is why weapons are primarily made out of it now. Iron and steel and such. Tin as well. Another kind of useful one to get a hold of. And some of the rare metals they do find every once in a while. Not a huge amount of gold there. But most of the kingdom's gold has always been imported from other places. Same as sort of the silver as well. You get the odd bit of titanium, you get the odd bit of, well, I would say mithril, but no, that's more the forest nearby that, for some strange reason, seem to have it. But
I guess we can at least rule out it being something to do with the arcane metals, because if they're imported and...
I was to ask and inquire as well. Have there been any reports of illness around the miners or the town?
see, that's the thing. From everything that we've been told, they just haven't heard from them in quite a long time.
They've just gone missing. So...
How long is a long time? Of a moon? A few moons?
For it to get down here, it was at least a moon ago, which is, I think, a month, isn't it?
Yeah.
Vaguely, it's like 28 days or something.
Yeah, which 4 weeks. Yeah.
When we had a spring past like this, it didn't exactly end too well.
But I know that obviously Dunhill still has the city's still up and running. But if that supply slows down, or in this case, it's essentially stopped at this stage, things could get dicey very quickly. No access to iron just does not bode well.
Especially with the men and in the flying birds dropping death from the sky. People need all the defensible resources they can get. So
he looks at you for a second. He's just like, it's the first time we've talked about that since. Oh.
Forget about it. It still troubles me in my dreams.
I don't blame you. It would trouble anyone, as far as I'm aware.
You get on board of that thing. It was inside of that metal.
Wait, you guys went inside it?
Alone.
briefly, I chucked an axe at it. It didn't work.
Yeah, probably wouldn't reach, would it? Oh?
It had no form of veins, just bright flashing. And these way more than advanced appearing of buttons. These buttons were not attached by any means of stonework or mechanism, by all seems. And the noise from that thing's weird. I don't even know. I suppose they're wings? But the wings were on its head.
But we can't understand them.
Rotors.
It's just science. And I clang my
True.
new weird armor.
It was like a water wheel above its head.
He looks at you and is just sort of like, that's an interesting idea, actually. And then you see him like jotting something down, sort of like, water wheel on head. So, like, draws like a
Mortimer Da Vinci over here.
no, he like draws a water wheel, but then like he's like, how could that?
I mean,
Add one to the tail.
may I borrow a piece of paper? I think I vaguely remember its shape.
Yeah. And then you draw like a helicopter rotor.
Yeah, as he does though, the ink's coming straight from his nail.
Wait, what?
Oh, a bit of a magical addition. Makes it easier when the pen snaps.
Huh.
I guess that's why they call it handwriting.
Okay, Ollie is gonna crack a smile at that one.
That's pretty good.
He'll pass a rough design over.
I wonder.
Don't forget the tail rotor or you will die.
You see him take a copy of it as well. He just actually says, if you do decide to go to the capital, there's a certain school that might want a copy of this. If you get my drift.
do.
He's kind of like
Would you by
eyeing.
any chance?
Yes, I mean he's kind of like more like looking towards Scratch, and like waiting for some sort of reaction, but doesn't get one.
No.
Understand where you're coming from. Ollie's
Yeah.
just going to hand over there, or hand
She's
outwards.
got it. She just doesn't quite know what to think about it. Just
Ollie's
quite
gonna
yet.
hand
Fair.
the drawing out, just for the sake of keeping. We don't want to getting lost in the many pages.
Wait. So you see him like he's sitting there like while you guys are sort of discussing. He makes like a basic rotor out of like a paper, and then just like holds it up and like spins it. You see it sort of like rotate round and then hovers slightly before falling down. I think they might be onto something.
The iron mine.
Yes.
Do they hoard a certain amount before shipping it out, or do they just deliver it as they get it out of the ground?
Depends on demand at the time. They have been shipping it out rather regularly recently because of all the construction work. You can see the town itself here's even gotten a lot bigger. Tools are always needed, so there's usually at least a bit coming out.
So if someone were to try claim it for their own, they'd have to continue mining. They couldn't just take a cache of it and run.
Yeah, they don't hold a large amount of it anyway.
Okay.
But the dwarves up there, they may be a stubborn lot, but they are very good workers.
I've heard tales of dwarven craftsmanship in the mountains.
Yeah.
Since the masonry alone, Owen has put the giants to shame on occasion.
Yeah, that's kind of part of the reason why they're in control of the mines up there. Between them and the gnomes, obviously. Gnomes are very good for bookkeeping. So they've been like assisting them for years, but even they, not a peep since, obviously, a month ago now. Both of these matters are pretty serious. One of them, I'm not sure how serious, obviously. We don't know how bad the situation in the capital is, what's actually going on there. But that's more of a matter of state stuff. This mine situation's a matter for the common folk as well. But but as I said, I'll leave that to you guys. Which one you want to go deal with first?
Ultimately, looking at the map, we can pass through the capital to get to the northeast.
I imagine the
such
best
a
paved
straight-
roads would go through the capital anyway.
Just so. I imagine.
It's an either or, really. It is actually just out of character. It is more a take your pick, whichever you actually want to do first.
I mean, if we save the mine, we could get a party with the capital.
Perhaps. I was gonna say, given that the larger threat to us is if the helicopter people ever come back. I would not be so opposed as maybe actually, yes, going to consult some people I know in the capital.
So
What
what
always
you're saying is
has to be realised,
there are
we
things to be
need to-
gained in the capital anyway.
We need to understand them.
What hand?
And having more than 5 people having seen that thing would be helpful
Balance
in the
between
understanding.
a possible social collapse of resource and whatever the heavens that cretin of a will do.
It might be, and I don't know anything about politics or other kinds of insects like that, but I do know rocks and I do know resources, and I know if people can't get iron and make for the tools they need, they will not be ready next time an ice queen or a metal bird dropping death comes knocking or flying.
Is there any way we could get started on helping the mines? Well, perpetually making our way towards the capital. Because
you're kind of in a triangle sort of situation here for the distances and such, so not...
For him to have to try to impersonate the king in such a way, to him this must be a serious deal.
I don't like that one.
If he's to try and shut down absolutely everything that could stand in his way, and if he can get his way, then I fear for what the rest of the capital may face.
I worry that we come out of the mine and find something
Exactly.
much worse has occurred.
We know what happens if the nation doesn't get any iron, and it's not good. But at least that would be a manageable outcome. We're slightly less defensible. We're slightly less efficient until that problem's resolved. If the situation of the capital could get worse, and we don't know how bad it could get.
Mortimer, would it be possible for a small while for people to start on rationing these materials? Maybe reduce production for a small amount until the tides turn.
I can do what I can from here, but
That would be
As-
at least enough to help.
but as you would probably guess, there's not a huge amount even here or in Lake Rest itself. Those are the only two towns I control. Well, and the areas in between.
Is there any way you may get communication with the surrounding towns? Maybe call a meeting to discuss this trouble. So that
Again,
their leaders may also
I have no authority to do so.
This is a situation that can be better handled if we have a lid on the capital. The
Scratch.
iron's a big problem, but it's an understandable, finite problem for the moment.
Scratch, your friends at the capital, would they be able to contact the mines? Because at least then we'd know what's...
I mean, some of them are probably for sure dealing under the table to get a bulk deal or something, but
Okay.
As long as we can get the word to these other towns that they may have to start rationing for a small amount. The townsfolk may not like it, but in this situation, it's surely the best way to let as much go round.
I'll have
It
to...
is only but temporary.
Okay.
It's
I'll...
not like they'll have to for a couple of years.
You're overestimating how much we have. Tools... Like, if a tool breaks tomorrow, it's repaired.
Which holds production of everything.
Including food. But... But, you know what? You're right for now. We have other methods. By any chance... Is there anyone up in Lake Rest itself that could assist them in doing it maybe without metal tools for now?
Well, there are certainly ways of producing food and getting around some of the potential problems of a lack of metal. I don't know about specifically creating tools or whatnot without them.
Well, no more. Is there anyone that would be able to pass on any magical trinkets, maybe, or something that could assist people in?
Did Belladonna maybe have something?
Quite likely. We can get Jafira to contact them when she's sober.
That's worth
can
a
just
shot.
do it now. I'll pull out one of the birds.
True.
If
I would say, Snips, your birds, could they perhaps bring a message of warning to the other town's leaders?
you see him
Absolutely.
pulling out, actually said that. He starts writing a letter out
Oh
to.
yeah, they could reach them within. They could reach them within within.
You see, Mortimer starts writing a letter to Drenath, sort of just outlining his proposal, mentioning like he might have to liaise with local sort of people with magical abilities that are nearby. If they can facilitate that, if they could send whatever spare tools they already have back to Longtooth, sort of arrange it that way, because Longtooth definitely doesn't have enough has too many people to rely on magic. Not enough people with
Snips. Snips will unsling the axe of Thrym from his back, sort of damp it on the ground as a blue jay, as he sort of moves away from the bookcase, is to somewhere with a window and meets with a small blue jay.
Yeah, you turn the handle in the room you're in and have to walk back out because there's no windows in the room you're in.
Yeah,
for good reason.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
Oh, goes me.
So yes.
Where do you want Mike to go? This Blue Jay's Mike. He wants to know where. He wants to know if he's going to Lakecrest or somewhere else.
I mean, anywhere you know.
Which would
I'll send.
we'll be able to get the names of the other towns over to the birds, so we'll find out which bird knows where and send them responsibly.
That will take you the better part of that day, but yes, you can.
We could also do that while we're traveling, most likely.
True that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll do that. We'll do that when we're traveling. Actually,
Rather than Paul having to come up with quite a lot of town names on the fly here. Let's
And names, potentially.
Sounds like a plan.
Flavor text.
yes, because even you see these things here are tiny villages.
Ah.
Oh, so they are. Oh, itty bitty. Okay.
So obviously, if you want to plot a route to get to the capital, and if that's the way you are going, you can plot a route by village.
An idea just came to mind.
Uh-huh.
If your friends, I'm supposing of a similar class, similar profession, if they are to look at this metal bird, would it be too far-fetched to presume that maybe similar mechanisms could be made after to assist in the production and maybe collection of resources?
As I said, it's science. It can be understood. You made me realize I shouldn't be understanding it by myself.
It could assist with recovering from a nasty scenario at a bit of a faster pace, at least.
For sure. It's hard to say what all it could be done, used for.
It can only go so far.
It seems to me that we've sort of made our decision without making it here.
Yep. That's fine by me.
This will allow us to. This whole plan will allow us to start on one and keep it steady while we try and work on the other. Hopefully.
Obviously, I don't want you going to La Capital unprepared, so if there's anything you could need, I would definitely say go about the town, find what you can. Whether or not it's goods, services, access to crafting workshops, the like, whichever, get what you can before you go.
I don't know what our approach is going to be here. Obviously, we can discuss it on the way. We'll have time to figure out exactly how we're managing this. But if we want to attempt disguises, we can do that now. we'll have better resources here than on any of the other villages.
Yep.
But we need physical ones. That magic shit won't work here.
No.
Wouldn't have a way of communicating with you? With a book of some sort? No.
No, I don't at the moment. I haven't come across any artifacts powerful enough for that sort of stuff.
Is there an artifact shop in Longtooth?
There's some magic item shops. Some shops will just have them by nature.
Okay.
Let's go shopping!
Shrink.
I'm probably for the best, just in case, that I do not wear any form of disguise. I mean, I've changed since the last time you saw me, but not that I think that would help. If we do encounter that cur.
Anywhere we can get the sleeping poison? No.
I would
Or
not.
needle of it?
I would not know where to find that.
I definitely wouldn't either. Nudge.
Why are you nudging me?
Oh God. Dear God.
See,
How are you alive? I swear.
Mortimer just kind of looks at you, Arson, and just goes, better luck talking to a wall.
You see Scratch in the background just freezes, and you can see the cogs are turning. She wants to put a mini helicopter rotor on top of the legs now.
Wind power!
Let's go.
When it's
Something gets
windy.
written down and stuff.
I was gonna say, when he's on top of legs, it's a lightning conductor to supercharge.
How much oil would it take to fuel a leg copter for a day? Because we do have a jug.
Oh my god!
Depends
you
how-
guys are
Depends
on
how efficient.
fire.
Depends how efficient the engine is.
Run it on beams.
I was gonna say, if legs is like clockwork, if there's a way just to keep them cogs going, or even speed them up.
May I suggest a mayonnaise?
We
mode?
overclock the legs.
Biofuel generator, mayonnaise.
Oh.
That's a lot of mayonnaise.
What I was originally going to do before that thought popped into my head, I'm going to hand Mortimer 2 of my paper bird communicators that I got from Jafira, so that he can two-way to us, rather than us being
fair.
fully dependent on having to go to him.
Yeah.
Just gonna go turn a fan on quickly.
Does magic get into the capital? His only worry?
You think he has it shielded or something?
Something's going on.
Well,
Well,
it can't
it's
hurt.
yeah. Test
If
it
you
when
can't send to us, we can't send to you anyhow.
test it when you get there. See if you can figure that out.
Just walk in, call lightning. Hey guys, I'm here.
Oh, lightning.
So, where are you going?
Yeah, I'm gonna need a disguise.
I'm gonna look around some of the.
And Scratch, do you want to spend some time properly jury rigging your wagons?
Well, yes. I didn't really have anything to buy, so yes, Scratch is going to run off and pimp my ride.
Nice.
The wagons into something monstrous.
I'm just thinking now with the mask too.
I was just going to say,
Honey, I think it's time for an upgrade.
paint the purple. It's the sneakiest color.
Nice.
Why is there
Snips will
fire?
approach.
Makes it faster.
Snips will approach Kara, sort of a little nervous at this. Hey, Kara, I know we are thinking of going down the skies route and being sneaky, but I don't know how I'm going to disguise me, cause and he
Yeah,
sort of
it's a bit of that is
just
that is an issue.
vaguely gestures to all of him.
I'm a big
Is there
puddle
anyone in this
man.
town that can transport people?
Totoro fursuit? Ah,
Is
What?
there any transmog people?
You mean
Can
you mean like taxis? Wait, no, they're what? No, wait, no, they're the carriages.
Ah, God, you
how?
just reminded me of that moment in Persona. It's like, yeah, I can turn into a car. I don't know why I can turn into a car. There must be some relation between between cats and cars.
Oh my.
And we find a comically oversized horse costume.
I was going to suggest Snips is
Nips
like,
gets to be the front and the back of the costume.
Snips can be like, no, I'm Snaps, the tortoise man.
And where's your brother?
Different.
Where's your brother Crack?
Snaps, crackle, and snips.
Well, Austin, you're a genius. I am now. I'm now Snaps.
We could like paint your shell red or something.
I mean, my shell's already sort of a yellowy red, so I'm not.
Well, we'll see what we can do, but
You could put spikes on it.
we could best. I mean, look, if we're going down the Mad Max road with the carts anyway. Like,
You could also do a cape of feathers, aka a cape of a flock of birds.
Or as Alex has just said in the chat, blue with spikes.
very true.
If someone ever takes us, we're throwing them.
Exactly.
Before actually Scratch runs off to go pick my ride the carts, I'm just gonna turn around and say, I need a tabard and a knight helmet. Because you're not gonna take off the armor, so it's gotta turn into normal armor.
Ah.
Oh, hold up. Snips will go through the bag of holding. Do we have anything in the bag of holding that
Exactly.
could work?
I mean, I'm just gonna say to Alex here, no, we're running the Blue Yourself challenge. We want to be best.
Wait,
Um,
you need a tabard?
Please pronounce that again, because I'm not sure if I misheard that.
The Blue Yourself.
Okay,
It's
okay, it wasn't. Yeah.
BLU yourself.
You're not telling somebody. Okay, you're not telling somebody to go. Yeah,
No, it's a real speedrun category.
is it?
Oh.
Yeah.
That's kind of
Mario
cool,
Kart,
actually.
You have to get a blue
Oh,
shell and
right,
then get
right.
first and hit yourself in the fastest time possible.
I don't have a tabard, but I do have these assorted bear and wolf pelts.
36 seconds. That's not a bad speed time.
We could also pick up anything that we don't have. You know,
Anything.
3
if you just
seconds
write down a
on the
list
fastest.
and give it to someone who can read.
Fair.
Fair.
Yeah.
I think at some point I had a helmet that let me read, but I can't remember what I did with it, which sounds about right,
That
actually.
does sound familiar.
Yeah.
Of course, think of it with the only helmet that lets him read.
Was it the fault detection helmet or something?
No, it
That's
was
just
the like
poetry.
translation one, and by some weird rule, it was like it does. You don't have to be able to read in order to translate things into a language you can
Oh
read.
yes, it was the helm of comprehend languages.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You should still have that,
Oh wow.
unless somebody else took it.
I think it
I-
might have just been that like I'd
No.
never had it in my inventory because it wasn't
It was shared.
on D&D Beyond or something.
Oh,
Something
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
That makes sense.
I'm not thinking cap.
Yeah, it's the I can read.
Not gonna stop me because I can't read. Oh wait, yes I can.
Sign can't stop me. I can't read.
Gee, I wonder who that's for.
I mean, could I fit in the box maybe? Like if we just get like a really big box and I just go in my shell,
Yep.
maybe I'm like a
Turtle in a box.
Snips, get in there!
Turtle in a
Snips,
box.
can we
I mean,
have a
I-
little aside a moment? Just a little
Yeah.
shopping trip aside. gonna huddle into an alleyway. Look, this guy's gonna recognize his own son. He's gonna know it's us. I think you'll be okay without a disguise because it'll probably fail anyway. I have my own reasons, but I need a disguise separately.
Why?
If you want to help me pick out an outfit, I would love that. I mean, you have a great fashion sense, so...
Well, I was the best dressed turtle in my cave. I mean, I was
You
the
still are,
only
buddy.
turtle in. Oh. Now, okay, mate. Okay, let's start with foes. You can never go. You can never have too many.
Hell yeah.
Now, also, how do you feel about antlers?
I'm not an enormous fan.
Okay, we'll circle back.
A few bad experiences.
Oh, I feel I've forgotten something important here. There's something I will need to ask two of you later.
We'll circle back to it.
Yes, the rest of you can't know it anyway.
Oh, what the hell?
We'll see whether or
On
not
the
it's
subject of circling back, Scratch has run off to go wagon pimp, but the legs reappear with a note, and it has more requests for stuff.
fair.
It's like tabard, night helmet, big feather or helmet.
shopping
Snips is just
list.
like, I got you covered for that, and Snips reaches into like the bird nest on his head and just pulls out like a few stray feathers from
I
his
completely
parrot.
just hear a, hey!
Little
just
legs
like-
whoop. And then below that it's like
Right.
like violin case, and it has a set of dimensions that it needs to cover. Just the case.
Are you? Oh,
I appreciate
oh,
that.
I don't have that. I definitely don't have that. Does anyone know? Does anyone know where I can get a violin?
I should be able to know.
I can go beat up a bard.
Please don't. We don't want to exactly be chased out of the town.
Yeah, I don't want to get by.
We're assuming you are outside at this point. Mortimer's,
Yeah.
if you are okay, Mortimer's like speak to you soon. Or
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah.
Brent hopes.
I will give you a larger reward. I'll need to figure out the exacts of it if you manage to solve both of those issues.
Discovering's all the motivation.
If you, well, if you have any suggestions on what you might want for it, saving the country from somebody that might be trying to take over, it might be
Tyrannical.
pretty worth it. Yeah.
Well, I thought it was worth it.
Gonna get to castle.
That might take a few years.
What dice I need to get?
With that, Ollie would like to go shopping for the things on the list and maybe see if we can find some magical items that might be helpful.
What is everybody's gold situation at the moment?
I
I think
have.
lens people, I think mine was like 300 and something. Oh, 386, so...
Is that by the end?
Oh, there we go.
814 gold.
I have.
Oh my god, how do you have that much gold? God damn.
is there a way of-
know.
I have 494 gold in total.
I'm 451.
I'm a rich bitch.
Damn.
Apparently I spent all my money compared to everyone else.
You must have done.
Oh no,
Probably must have
to be
done.
fair, I think I have like 500 gold's worth of diamonds.
Oh,
Yes.
Crap!
Like
For a reason.
541 gold, 1,329 silver, and then 100 copper.
fair. 1,000 silver is 10 gold, so I think 100 gold.
100, yeah.
Yeah.
Then 100 copper
Yeah.
is 1 gold.
Yes,
Mm.
and then 10 platinum I think is
10 gold is
50?
1 platinum.
So 100.
what was it?
100.
Oh yes, it did. They
Just
changed.
judging by
No, they changed it to 10. I forgot that. Yeah,
honestly, I kind of like that. 'cause
base 10 is just
I
so
hate
much
numbers
easier.
anyway.
Base 10 is so much better. Almost like the metric system's a good idea.
From 2.
It's like I hate numbers. Bro, we're playing D&D.
Some classes allow you to avoid those as much as possible.
I would say
Hello.
barbarian, but it definitely isn't.
No.
Oh, well, I mean...
So,
Damn, you're not wrong, actually.
Urson, did you say you wanted to pick up some poison?
Yes. Sleeping poison. Not
Okay.
perma-sleep, but actual night-night sleep.
Would I
Chloroform.
know where to pick that up here?
You hear a voice. Yeah, follow me.
Oh.
Now, this is difficult because I do have voices in my head occasionally. It's hard to know which is which sometimes, but you know what, I'm not going to question it. Go.
Yeah, follow me.
I mean...
Oh, I'm just now imagining it's. We all know who it actually is. It's Multiple's assistant.
Yeah, it is.
Why are you lying?
No, it is.
Oh, God.
Follow me.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Most
Why are
of
you lying?
No, she leads you back into the house and goes into like her office.
Oh my God.
Damn.
I have many questions.
She goes. You see her reach down like to one of the drawers at the side and like pulls out, and then you see her like you hear click 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 click. Lifts a box out and sort of pushes a button somewhere, and the box flips open. This is like a sort of this wide sort of box. By this, it has assorted different files in it.
Damn.
Wrist.
Nobody ever asked what her class was.
So, what have we got available here?
Where's our list?
Gonna say, I can... Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, if we get to the capital, I can if we can find any thieves, I can actually speak in code to them.
Oh.
Take the list from the DMG. Oh, if you have access, actually, which you may not.
I think I still do. Hold up.
I can find it on the internet somewhere.
Let me see if you can actually access this, because I'll drop the link to it for you.
Nope, add card.
Yeah. It should be on a wiki somewhere, because it's...
Oh yeah.
Although it's not... It's not on... I don't think it's covered in the commons, but it might be.
Thank you, Reddit.
There's like Assassin's Blood, Burnt Oath Flames, Carrion Crawler Mucus,
Jesus, no.
Dry Poison, Essence of Ether, Malice, Midnight Tears, or Purple Worm Poison for 2,000 gold per dose.
Ooh.
Do you know why it costs that? Do you know why it costs that?
You have to get it from a purple worm.
Well, that and also DC 19 con save. 12 d6 poison damage on a failed save.
My god.
I'm just gonna look at these and be like, any that won't kill, maybe, you know.
There is truth serum.
That could be interesting.
Going to be pretty funny, yes, actually.
Or the oil of Tajid, which DC 13 con save or become poisoned for 24 hours. The poisoned creature is unconscious.
Perfect.
Essence of Ether is DC 15 of the same, except it's only for 8 hours. But it's also inhaled, whereas Oil of Tajid is contact.
Ooh.
That could be useful.
Ooh. I think the essence of ether probably. I was thinking of onto either a needle or a dagger, and then just a very quick.
Carrying Crawler Mucus would be definitely one that you would want then, because it allows you to paralyze for a minute on contact.
Yeah, I'd say either contact or ingestion would probably be the least conspicuous.
Ingestion?
Ingestion,
Oh.
yeah, I mean, you could go unnoticed, maybe, but it would be harder to pull off.
Yeah.
I think it would require more steps, but you could plausibly, but you could have plausible deniability with an ingestion one.
If we were committed to that path, but I don't know what you're after exactly, Earthman. But
Oh, the chances are we're going to have to sneak in and find stuff. So,
yeah,
guards,
Oh no.
sleep, not kill.
Corona, I just seen that link. Ew.
Bless you.
Ugh.
Wow.
I think worst case scenario, a big stick does the same thing.
But also, my knife, you see, is coated in poison. The smallest cuts could be fatal. Take care. It has quite a burn. What is that called again?
I can't mind the name of the show, but I've seen 2 episodes of it and it was hilarious.
I've watched
On Imgur link.
the entire thing.
Right, here's the clip. Smartest man on Earth is all they've called it.
Well, of course they did.
The series
Oh my
The
God,
Hero,
yes!
Yashiko and the Demon King's Castle.
Yes, I love this so much.
Why hold off on the poison just for now? Well, actually, no, the truth serum would be hilarious to put on the. What's a DC 11?
You guys are a bit under money-wise for your level. Because of things not really costing too much. So, you can have an item covered up to 1,000 GP if needs be. Each.
okay.
I don't know what would be helpful here for me, if I'm honest.
Fair, but that's also it's something Mortimer's doing to help you guys sort it.
Let's do a little bit of shopping more first and leave the poison till last.
Oliver, how do you say we check out a magic shop? See if they've got anything.
Absolutely.
Yeah, something for sneaking would be very good.
Oh, are you actually, Urson, are you proficient with the Poisoner's Kit?
No, it's
Oh.
what?
You're right, actually, I
Dice
guess.
set, thieves' tools, and vehicles. And
If you're not proficient with it, that's a risky thing to be doing.
given the right dosage, that is 6 times what is needed for a kill.
Because there's a chance, obviously, if you don't have proficiency in that, there's a chance you're affected.
Oh, I can swap my proficiencies and throw
Oh.
proficiencies around.
Oh. Oh yes, you get one for free per day, don't you?
Yeah, so or per short rest.
Oh, fair.
Literally just sit in the car for 10 minutes and
No, with a Poisoner's Kit, if you also come across the correct creatures, you can also make the poisons yourself.
I do have... My familiars produce poison. I don't know if that's too magical and incorporeal to be harnessed.
Yes, it is. It won't last that long.
Eridor, can
Yep.
I know I can redo my artificer infusions, so like from the list that I have, I can
Yep.
do whatever.
Rejig them.
Can I rechange which ones I have, or is that like on a level up, or are they locked? I can't seem to find precisely. Is it like spells, or like what classes, type of spells is it like, kind of thing? I'm not actually.
Good question. I'm
Because
not.
I was thinking I'm going to shuffle them up because I know I still have like enhanced arcane focus on Ollie, and I don't think he's even using the same item anymore.
Oh.
So I was going to see if
No, that's fair.
I could change it up to have some useful stuff for different.
I'm not
things.
sure. What book is Artificer in again?
Well, it's re in Tashes for sure.
Oh, yeah, that was it. See what it says in Tashes.
Sorry about that, guys.
No worries. Artificer. Infuse item. You gain the ability to imbue. You pick 4 Artificer infusions to learn. So they're the ones you've already learned. Additional infusions as you level up. Yep. When you gain a level, you can replace one you learned with a new one.
Right.
But obviously, if you have, say, 6 or 7, and obviously the amount of attunement slots you have and the amount you can have active at the same time is different.
Yes.
So obviously you can swap them around if you need to. Depending, obviously, yeah. But since you guys leveled up to 8 at the end of the last one, you can rejig if you need to.
Yeah, I think I'll swap at least one of these out.
That's fair.
I probably can't do it to the sheet because of the thing, but
Yep.
I'll keep a note
I
somewhere.
can do it, so if you let me know.
Oh, okay. Will do.
Because I still have all my books accessed, so. But you also have Flash of Genius at this level.
I do.
That is,
Oh yeah, Flash of Genius is banging.
yeah, it's a lot better than people expect it to be.
Mm.
Also, just
For what it gives
your
you, it's so good.
freaking Artificer level 10 Magic Item Adept is just the business right there. It's like, hey, we heard you like attunement slots. Have another. And also just allows them to craft better. Right, I'm needing to take a short break, if that is okay. We will come back in, say, 5 to 10 minutes.
You guys in
got
a
it.
second.
Hell yeah.
See you all soon. And welcome back, everyone.
Hey!
And for some reason, our map has disappeared. But there it is. Didn't have it open for a while. Forgets that things exist after a little bit. So, gloves of swimming and climbing are also a thing. Goggles of night for anyone that needs it. Goggles of object reading, which don't have access to.
Very big. Shit about lemons.
None of these are clerics or paladins, so that doesn't. Hat of disguise, haha.
We would have had a paladin if there was a point.
Headband of intellect. Increase your intelligence to 19.
Oh my god.
We had one of those at one point or something.
Alright,
Or am I just thinking of the language helm?
I think the language.
Yeah, probably. I feel like if that was an option, I would have put that on a long time ago.
I feel like give it to Kara or Snips, just for the comedy gold of it.
Just every time they put it on, they go to that the intelligent raptor. Oh, well, my good fellow, I must inform you that you are incommensurably wrong.
Like
we could share a brain cell.
Oh my god. It'd be like Gremlins 2 when they make the smart gremlin. Oh my god,
Insignia of claws. That's an interesting one. Empowers your natural weapons or fists.
Okay.
+1 to attack rolls and damage rolls, and makes them considered to be magical for damage resistance reasons. Lantern of Revealing, we already have.
Ooh. If I keep my infusion list mostly the same, the leg's going to reappear with another note asking someone to buy a ring, any ring, non-magical. I think.
Necklace of Adaption. While wearing this necklace, you can breathe normally in any environment and have advantage on saving throws made against harmful gases and vapors. That's actually it's like, haha, cloud kill.
Not today.
Or I do the soldier boy thing just to pick up the cancer.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. Pearls of Power are also uncommon.
Pearls of Power are good, actually.
Use an action, gain. While this pearl's on your person, you can use an action to speak the command word and regain 1 expended spell slot.
Get that to our caster boys.
Pariah of Health, you're immune to diseases. Pariah of Wound Closure. You automatically stabilize when you die. When you're dying. Also,
that's quite cool.
Whenever you roll a hit die to regain hit points, double the amount it restores.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Pipes of the Sewers. Become the Pied Piper of Hamlin. Summon rats. Yep. Pipes of Haunting. Oh, that's hilarious. Spooky people with playing. You have to be proficient with wind instruments. Spook people. Pixie dust. Sprinkle the pixie dust. A sprinkle of pixie dust gives somebody a flight speed of 30 feet and the ability to hover for 1 minute.
Oh, that's fun.
I like that.
I'll just go with what the team says, so.
That's true. Any ideas what you're looking for, anyone?
I have...
Unfortunately.
I'll try to communicate to you when my computer starts behaving. Uh,
Womp womp.
womp womp. Dating something, you know how it is.
Nah.
I might try and find an amulet of the devout.
Ooh.
It's
What does
yeah.
repeating shot do again?
Let's see. Ooh. Oh, that one doesn't give much detail. Hang on. Putting shot.
Does it just give you like...
+1 to attack and damage. Ignores the loading property if it has it, which it does.
True, yep.
And if I have no ammunition, it produces 1 ammunition of its own.
Oh, that's the create your own ammo.
Yeah.
That's probably a necessity.
Okay, I was wondering if it might be broken.
No, it's fine.
Okay, I'll do that then.
It's probably a necessity for the fact that, like, can you create bullets? Now, your bullets are, like, magically created anyway, so technically it's the crystal creates those. Because it's What type of damage did I make it? Just piercing? I can't remember. It's been a while.
Yes, it's piercing.
Fair. Yeah. But it is magical, so it does bypass for that stuff. What else is it that could be useful?
Cara,
Wind fan.
Are we able to do winged boots?
Quite possible.
Because, get those on a barbarian or someone who doesn't have much in the way of range, and that can work quite nicely.
Yep.
That's true. That could be useful.
What did you say?
Winged boots.
They're very good. Yeah.
But unfortunately, you don't have the right temple to go definitely ask. They would definitely have those here.
True.
There's one temple that would definitely have them.
Cara, are you still doing the thing that means you'll want returning weapon?
Yeah, I'm planning on it.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I'll mark that down for you. If I get a ring, I'll do spell refueling ring on myself, and then repeating shot as well.
Sick.
So I think that's probably as well.
Do people have an idea of what they're after? And
Yeah, I've got some ideas.
If somebody has a thing they want, they either can't afford it or they don't have slots. Assuming I have the 1000 G as well, I can just buy it and hold on to it.
fair.
Because I don't think there's any. Well, I can't attune anyway, so.
True.
Relevant, but...
As in case there was any that you didn't need to attune to more than anything.
Actually, is the spell ring attunable? No, mess me up. Blah blah blah.
See, so many of the artificer things are all require attunement. So
you bugger! It does require attunement, right? I shouldn't do that one. I need to do something else.
Every RPG ever. No, I need to hold on to this.
yeah.
What's
So
I have 3 that I'm looking at.
Oh, damn.
Ooh, Park of Wind Closure would be handy.
3's pretty
Especially
good.
Yeah.
So, to find this stuff, what would you like to roll to find in this instance? Like, what is your approach to finding these?
Walking around, looking.
I want to say investigation, but Snips is not built for this.
No, I'll probably be investigating.
That's fair.
I think Snips would probably approach this from the same way he hunts for meat and forges for fruit and veg. with the approach of a hunter-gatherer, looking for tracks and looking for tracks and signs of popularity to see where people are going for magic items.
Store to store, eye to eye, just looking at everything.
Both you two then give me athletics checks, we'll say.
Okay.
Just to keep going, and going, searching, like, whatever way you can. Ollie, of course, give me an investigation, and Kara, whichever you wish. Ooh.
28.
11. Did not go well.
Oh.
See, here's the issue. In my mind, I have those two approaches of finding it, but because I'm also looking for a religious item, I was like, oh, I could, rely on my faith that I will find a thing. But my athletics is -1. My investigation is -2, and so is my religion. So I'm going to go with athletics.
Or you could just do, like, perception.
True. It's already... Okay. Yeah. It's not gone well either way. I'll be honest.
Oh,
Natty
honey.
one. Natty
Honey. Oh, honey, no.
The natty. So, what item was it you were after then?
I
The
was
amulet.
after... Yeah, amulet of the devout.
Let me see.
It basically just means I can use my channel divinity one extra time.
It is uncommon, so let's roll and see. Is it here? It is not here, unfortunately.
Get him down.
The uncommon version isn't here. The rare version is.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
Yes.
It's-
I was gonna say, yeah.
Oh, which one would have it though?
Will they take the diamonds as payment?
The Temple of Apollo has it.
I can try smooth talking. Okay.
Fair.
Worst case scenario, just try to find out where they keep it.
Oh well, no, it's not being kept like a religious artifact or anything. It's like, oh, they do sell some things to try and like raise money out of stuff as well. So it's something one of them has made. Ollie,
Yes.
what was it you were looking for? Any?
That's the awkward one.
Nope.
It's between the reaction, one that stops the
Yeah.
range damage, or the concealing location.
If you want, I'm happy to use my 1000 G to get you whichever one you don't take. Because I don't have
If
any.
we find any
I'm
of
head
them.
empty on getting more magic items. I
I mean,
don't
I say,
really need any.
as long as I've got, problem is I've got 2 attunements already on.
Yeah, well, to be honest, maybe having the anti-scry or the anti-detection one just in the party might be
Yeah.
useful.
I'll go for the reaction-based one then. I can't remember what it was called.
Gloves of
Gloves of...
missile snaring or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, they're there. And, yep, they will quite happily sign off on that for Mortimer.
Wait. I'll take them.
The other ones, let's see.
The gloves of something snaring.
Also there, right, okay. So now you have a way of hiding a person from being divined.
I passed out on taking notes. What did Kara get? Sorry.
I'm still in the hunt for the
Amulet of the Divide.
amulet of Devout, and I'm going
Amulet
to
of
go to
Divide.
the Temple of Apollo later.
I mean, I could easily probably unattune from my daggers Whisper of Dark Magic, because it's helpful to be able to use darkness, but
Yeah.
it's one of those ones I can swap around if need be.
And then the thing I'm gonna foot for is, I know what it does, but like, what's it called?
Amulet. I had it up there. Amulet of Proof against Detection and Location.
Brilliant.
Urson, what was it you were looking for?
So, the I'm looking for some chances are with them, but
Yep.
the gauntlets of the ogre strength, you were saying?
Let's roll that first. Right, okay. What were the other two?
Gloves of thievery.
Okay.
And the boots of elvenkind. And a very nice black cloak, just take a look at the shop.
Okay, so the gauntlets and the gloves are both there. The boots, no show.
Fantastic. I will.
So you have to pick one.
Oh, only one of the two, yeah?
Yep. You can afford both.
How much would they both cost?
They're at least 1,000.
Will I count?
You don't have enough.
No, I'm a little shy on that.
Wow.
How much does he need?
No, I'm good. I'll get the gloves of ogre strength for now.
The gauntlets, nice.
Yeah, if we're going to. No, wait. Yeah, I'll get the gloves of ogre strength for now. And I will get the. I know they have them here. Hopefully they'll still be here when we come back at one point.
Well, that's it. That's something I can add in then to yours at some point as well. Which I will do. Okay, Snips.
Yow!
What were you looking for?
Well, given that we're probably going to be heading into enemy territory, he's, and you know, wanting to make sure that his friends don't get in unnecessary danger. He wants to try and find something that can disguise it, like, because there's only so much he can do with being giant turtle man. So maybe like a hat of disguise.
There is indeed a hat of disguise.
Ooh, yes.
Even with
That'll
a
do.
bad roll, it does take you most of the day to find it. But then you do sort of like come across it, not in like just a normal shop. You find it in like a hidden amongst like in a clothing shop. But it's like a behind the counter dealio. Like it's not. It looks like it's sitting out for general sale, but there's no tag on it. But like you could kind of gives off that sort of. You've seen one of these before, sort of look.
I will pay. I will pay you 15 doubloons.
Oh yes, I look. You hand them the sheet, the slip that Lord Mortimer gave you.
I'm on risky business.
Says, looks at it. Give me just a second. Tries to put it on your head. Tugs on it a little bit. Is it gonna do it?
Tips will take the bird's nest off his head. Sorry, guys. Give me a minute.
Oh no! Like it as they go to pull it on, like it extends upwards a bit to give it a bit of extra room.
Wait, like over? There's just like.
It looks like a 10-gallon cowboy hat.
Oh, okay. This works.
Like
This works for me.
it looks like the Homer Simpson with a camera inside his hat.
Oh god.
A little bit.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, you have a hat of disguise.
Nice.
And Kara. Also, Claire, you find all the stuff you requested off your list, no issue. You find generic-looking helmet. Does it need to have a face covering or no?
Well, yeah, maybe a visor to cover the scouter visor might be
Oh, yeah, fair.
a fair idea. It'll have to be weirdly shaped for beaks.
Yeah, no,
I can cut. I'll cut it.
yeah, you just
Jump
have
out of the
you
way.
have to add like an extra bit, just a tiny cut here, there, little, no issue. But yeah, you do find them. Any kind of tabard in particular you're looking for?
No, just like a surcoat, just to cover most of the armor, so it looks a bit less sus. Really?
Kind of looks chainmail-y, the one you find.
Okay.
Sort of chainmail style more than anything. But it doesn't add any additional weight, really. Just covers it up quite well. And Kara.
So I'm gonna go at this as from the angle of I'm also just during I'm gonna try and find some religious figure, hopefully not the one that Snip spat on earlier today, but one that's in a good mood, maybe.
Is there time of day that you've went in here? Let's see. So it's just after midday, and the sun is kind of starting to wane its way over. As you go into the temple, it's actually the biggest temple obviously in the area. It's mostly being used for you'd see like a lot of farmers and stuff, sort of like giving homage and paying respects, tithing towards, the god of the sun for their harvest and such. But obviously you get people of all other kinds as well in here, but most of there is a decent enough sized clergy, you think about 5 to 10. A few female attendants, sort of female priests mostly, actually doing the sermons. The male ones mostly bookkeeping, doing sort of administrative work, but also it is more a sort of woman-led religion. It seems to be, at least in that regard. So it seems you've come in between sort of sermons, so it is quite quiet. But there's nobody sort of jumps out at you that they're happy. But any one of them, from
Okay.
what you had heard was that, but it would be somebody here that would know that where this item is.
I'll ask around to see if anyone knows where it is first, but whoever I settle upon.
Yeah. So you pull just one of the attendants going around, sort of making sure the place looking presentable. They point you towards one of the administrative rooms and say, just go in there and speak to Roland. He should be able to point you in the right direction.
So
Yeah.
go in.
You walk towards the administrative office, open the door. There's a man sort of in his mid to late 30s, sort of half elf, sitting behind the desk. Two books in front of him, sort of comparing notes between the two. But obviously, as the door comes in, he's like, "One second. sort of filling in the gaps and stuff like that, making sure everything adds up. Only takes him about 15-20 more seconds to finish the page he's on. Pops in a couple of bookmarks, closes them over. Yes, can I help you?
My friend, I come on duty on behalf of the... I require your help.
What can I do for you?
There's an object that I believe you have here at the temple, and I think it could be of more use in an active hand than in a passive one, and I may require it for the path ahead.
We do have a few such items here. Is there anything in particular? Just like describe sort of an amulet.
Yeah.
Oh, So it is a holy symbol, obviously, of theirs at standard, but it's magical, so it does change to suit the wielder. As you attune to it, it'll move more than anything. We do have a few holy symbols with magical properties. A few magic rings as well, and that. Yes, follow me. I'll take you to the storeroom. He sort of stops for a second, looks at you again, and goes, "You work for Lord Mortimer, right?"
I do. That's correct.
I thought. Sorry, I'm not incredibly used to dealing with people, so yes, no, I thought that was the case. That's okay. Yes, follow me again. Sort of like he was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot to ask." Forgot to confirm it before actually going ahead. Lead you into the storerooms, kind of a small place, fairly well kept. Everything in it seems to be in sort of different boxes and such. That's yes, this one here. Pulls it up, sets it up, opens up. Nope, not that one. Puts it up. There's one beside it. So this one's a bit more on the pricier side. But I do have one here. He sort of opens it up and you can see into it. Like, you could probably feel the magic coming off it before the box is even open, sort of thing. Rare magic items kind of have that effect. So, what are you willing to offer for it?
There is a stipend from Lord Mortimer, of course. He is funding our interests, although I can also offer more spiritual services. I can, of course, bless your lands, if that is something you require at the moment.
Oh, that's...
Some probably would require that. I would assume then that you have some clerical ability of yourself?
I do, and I am blessed in that I have a direct line to those above.
Not too many would make that claim, but considering the company you keep, I won't disregard that. Obviously, the resident cleric of the church, of the temple here, I was about to say church, but it would be just temple, of the temple here would normally be the one to sort of bless any lands that need to be, usually it's farmland, so they need to bless for sunlight. May I ask who it is that you worship?
I come on behalf of Demeter.
Demeter?
I offer fertility, both in land and in men.
he stops. You see him sort of like pondering for a second. He's like,
Please don't giggle, guys, for fuck's sake. Sorry, I could contain myself.
You went nowhere.
It's all good, man.
That one wasn't meant as a joke, but
Yeah.
I understand.
Scorpion men, aka go into the house, tell me what it's made of. Good wood, huh?
Good word.
actually, we do have a couple of people who could use that assistance. There are a few fields that, as of recent harvest, even with our blessing, sunlight hasn't been the answer. We've been getting plenty of it, but certain crops just don't seem to grow. I know there would also, as for any location, be certain families that are having trouble also.
I'll be happy to help.
Thank you very much. Lady Demeter. Huh. I haven't come across that name, except written down in a book somewhere. Must be a very small following, as far as I'm aware.
Unfortunately so.
Maybe I'll change a few minds of that today. He takes, obviously, the note from Lord Mortimer and passes you the amulet. Writes down a couple family names on a sheet for you, and sort of an address. How are your literacy skills?
Can slip on a helmet if I need to.
Yes.
He puts like a
second.
no. He puts like a quick sort of area roughly where to go. You'll find this house here, sort of thing. Just to help more than anything, rather than, especially because you're not from the town. And thank you very much for that. Obviously, if we do not hear from the families, I will have to approach Lord Mortimer and let him know that services have not been rendered. But
Of course, I entirely understand the suspicion.
But thank you for that. But, as I said, I gave it to you first. I do trust you on that.
Thank you. To your face.
Have a good day.
You too, good fellow. And I'll head out.
So you do indeed have a +2 Amulet of the Divide.
Hell yeah.
Which I think is their first +2.
I'll give it. Let me do it.
If it lets you put it in. If it doesn't, I'll put it in later.
Yeah. Yeah, it lets me put it in.
Ah, cool.
Hell yeah. Awesome. And obviously, at some point, I'll try and go do a blessing. I mean, if it's only midday, then I've got time.
Yeah. So, you come back and your carts aren't looking the same as you left them. Something has been done. Oh no, you can tell straight away this is a scratch masterpiece.
Haha!
There's
Very
alright.
exotic.
you've managed to put the cover that you had over the double before. You've managed to get it in such a way that you have a way to pull it back. You've now reinforced it with metal as well, so it's
Wow, we have a convertible.
you have a battle wagon.
Yes.
The only way it could be improved upon is if you had a couple more days, you could probably add a few arrow holes or something in it that you can shoot
Yeah.
out of. Or insert a raising platform that just raises you and your armor out of it so you can become a turret. It's aha, I need to go on top of this. Why? As you would expect. Each of the villages will take you, well, at your speeds it would be you could probably freaking just run the whole way there, 2 days done. But obviously, if you're taking the wagons, don't be too quick. Is what Mortimer tells you. Is like, slow it down a bit. Rumors fly too quick is the problem. So, like, word might get back of there's a very, very rushed group of adventurers approaching the capital. Doesn't end well.
Would I be allowed to... Sorry,
Go ahead.
ride aside the coaches?
On
On one of my rituals?
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Fine steed.
Yeah.
Yeah, such a good spell.
You have comments? Ooh.
It is a good spell. Or Phantom Steed. Oh, it's actually slightly different, yeah. Only lasts an hour, though, the problem.
Does it?
Yep.
I mean, I guess if it's a ritual, you can
Well, true, but
Yeah.
just renew it.
yeah. Except its speed is just so much faster. Yeah, 10 miles an hour.
That's damn good.
For let's be honest, for fantasy, pretty
But to be
freaking
honest,
fast.
I'd probably use
Pretty
that
fast.
I'd probably use that towards the end of the journey then.
Or if that's like the emergency, like getting out of hell card.
Yeah.
I forget, like, wizards don't actually have access to Find Steed. I think it's only paladins. I think it's like a spell, it's
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
paladin only. Such a weird way to do it, but
Yeah, no, I'll use it in between towns. Just
So-
outside so I can enjoy the environment instead of being in the back of the van.
So we're rocking one of them. Like,
I mean, it's a caravan.
Odyssey is getting close to regular van at this point, I think.
Wait, hang on a minute. If you're in it, then it is. It's a caravan.
Oh, oh no.
Everyone psychic damage.
Yeah.
1 second.
Why did I come off my horse?
4 psychic damage. Ugh. Actually, no. You have resistance to psychic damage. You're low enough.
Yeah, I got no idea what's going on.
So, what do you mean? I don't get the joke.
Why is everyone laughing?
Imagine someone done like a cut and word spell and you're just like, that was so witty, I didn't even understand half of it.
It's fair, yeah. Okay. So, the next morning, once you've gained all your equipment and such, you stock up on some supplies. Sort of like in the morning and in the evening, you sort of see the boats sort of floating back up the river, like floating in both sides of the river into the docks sort of area. And that's when, like, obviously, the fishermen come back in with whatever trawls of whatever stuff they seem to have found. For a good portion of them, it does seem to be different types of fish. Whatever, like some crabs, such as well. Nope. Not in this river system.
I forgot a detail that I thought of halfway through Pimp My Ride, and then it left my head as I was looking at all the arcane focus stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I've rigged up a fake top half body for the legs. Out like a couple of sacks or something. So
Fair.
it's sort of...
Oh, so it's sitting at the front?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
just so the legs
brilliant.
can walk around without
Oh,
being
that's
completely
banging.
clocked as weird. I mean,
Yeah.
they're still weird, but
Yeah.
it maybe
That's
looks like a person if you squint.
Like, it is a very far distance.
True.
Yeah. And then you get close and you realise it's doing this.
Oh, good heavens!
Pimp My Ride. I haven't watched that in years.
So wait, did we ever find a use for the empty violin kits?
Oh, no,
That's a
yeah.
surprise tool that will help us later.
Love it.
Nice. Okay.
Muscadoo, Muscadoo. Mishka, Mushka. Oh, God. See, I knew that before the meme. Things that happen when you're a parent. This is a tool that'll help us later. It's the mystery tool. I know what it's for. And it's pretty damn good.
I can't wait to find out what.
It could either be used for a bit or actually be useful. Either way, it's going to be good.
It gets used with catapult. Donk!
Say this, in the morning you notice that Scratch has the violin case instead of the large metal object that she was previously carrying around. It's a bit less weird than before.
Yep.
I didn't take you to be one to take up the musical arts, other than perhaps the musical rhythm of construction.
We'll leave it there. we'll leave that conversation there, because I know what's going to happen. Either, hopefully, actually, would Scratch have that line in the mimicry banks?
I mean, I can put it in there.
Oh, hell yeah. Wait a second. Yes, probably. You probably came across it at some point. I'm not going to tell anyone what it is, but, you know. But, you just pack up your stuff, some food and such. Obviously, there's one extra sort of boat came in the evening as well, carrying what looks like sort of... You see some, like, broken pieces of wood, a chest that looks a little waterlogged as well. Apparently they were on, like, a 2 or 3 day trip out somewhere. And they're just sort of apparently there's some sort of knick-knack in it, but it's locked. Taking it back to see if somebody can open it, but...
I can give it a try if you wish.
Like, you see these guys walking past with this thing. The lock looks like slightly rusted, like, slightly rusted, sort of old, but sturdy as hell looking.
I pull out a crowbar. I'm pretty sure I have one. I certainly have a lot of hammers.
Oh. I'm pretty sure we've seen you with a crowbar a few times. Yeah.
I'm almost certain I have. Yeah, I do.
Oh, hi there. You look like adventurers. By any chance, would any of you know how to get into one of these?
I can certainly try.
Octopus can, yeah.
Might let you have a look in it or whatever, but obviously I would ride a salvage a wee bit in this one. Especially if there's anything too valuable. Kind of need to make a bit of money off it. But yeah. Go ahead there.
Okay. For memory, crowbar actually just gives like advantage on strength checks or something.
It does, which this one,
Yeah.
are you going to try Thieves' Tools first?
Probably, because my strength is not brilliant. Although my dex also isn't great. Is it just a dex roll with advantage? No, is it
No, plus
sleight of hand?
it's proficiency as well.
Yeah, sorry, proficiency even, not.
No, it's fair.
Oh wait, no, I can roll from the sheet.
It's like proficiency plus your intelligence or dex modifier.
Oh, okay, definitely intelligence then.
Yeah. It makes sense, really, that you'd be able to use that because you'd be able to think your way around opening it.
Let's see, intelligence with proficiency. I'm going to roll Arcana. Cause that's...
Yes. No, that's...
Oh, it rolled it in thing.
Hey.
That's a 14 plus 8.
Oh. 14 plus 8, 22. You get most of the way there, but you don't think you've actually cracked it.
Blip. It's almost out.
Can I assist in any way?
You can make a roll as well and see how well you do.
I'm gonna give you guidance, Essen. So I just completely forgot that I had that spell.
Oh, yeah.
What does that do?
D4.
Yeah, plus d4.
Fantastic. That's it. Not 20.
Yeah, unnecessary.
Depends.
29.
One off me saying that you would have pulled off the heist of the goddamn century. But from what Scratch has put in effort-wise, like sort of kind of noticed the certain pins to hit and such like that. But you get in there and just like manage to wriggle it just in a way to hit the last of it, and you hear a click as the thing just goes.
Scratch. What is in it? Do it.
Well, you're both there, so you could do it too.
Oh yeah, but Scratch did most of the work of it, so.
Are we rolling investigation on this, or are we just...
Just pop it open. It's a bit stuck, but give me a strength roll with advantage.
Before we do that, should we give it a check if this is trapped?
That's probably not a bad idea.
You open it, it violently explodes.
Like, if I lift it slightly, can you just have a look and see if you see any wires or such?
Oh, you
Sure,
take
maybe
a
I'll do an investigation.
few steps back.
Oh. Well, that was a 15 plus 8. I don't know why I'm not rolling to the d20. It seems to have disconnected itself for
Yeah.
no reason. But that's 23.
23's enough. There isn't any. You notice just some bits of what look like bits of paper on the inside, attached to the lid and the bottom part as well. But you don't see any wires, anything obviously dangerous.
Seems clear. Hoofed it.
Okay, dog. I do have the gauntlets on.
Give me a strength check.
17.
That is enough to indeed hoofed it.
Oh wait, strength check. Oh, 14. I rolled a strength saving throw for some reason.
Ah. Oh yeah, you're not attuned to your gauntlet yet.
13.
Yeah.
And if it's giving me any grief, I'm going to rage and put advantage on it.
Okay, yep. It was giving you grief, so you indeed rage.
13.
But rage gives you advantage, doesn't it?
Yep, well, we'll get the second time for it. Next. I'm going to break the box. I've only got the gauntlets on, but not attuned to it, so I'm keeping my fingers in there.
Anyone else going to help out?
I mean,
Snip, so,
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a matter of just busting this thing open, pulling it off its hinges, Snips will be like, meh. Yo, do you need an extra pair of muscles?
I don't think I've got any buffs I can use to help, so...
He's like, yes, but try not to, lift it and break it completely open.
Yeah, don't break it.
Unless I can form the towards the muscles.
Alright. With Snip helping out, do you want us to roll separately, or will that give her some advantage?
Urson already had advantage, so can you roll your own?
Yeah? Strength?
Mm-hmm.
You got it. Please be good, please be good. Alright! 19.
Yes.
Just quickly, is it not opening because of rust?
Pretty much, yeah.
Would I be able to use prestidigitation to remove rust?
Yeah, you could do that while Snips is like sort of pulling at it. So you,
I mean, if it's gonna make it out of nowhere suddenly incredibly easy to open for the comedic effect, I have to, don't I?
yeah, that's fair. So you like the two sort of hinges at the back, which does help Snips. Like it is heavy. You still had to put some effort into it, but as soon as you start lifting, it and push it up, and then it starts to get easier as you move it up.
Oh, wow, that's actually really easy.
Well, it's not really easy, but it's easy enough at the end. And then, yes.
This is overplaying it a little bit. He wants to look good.
Everybody but Kara, can you just give me a wisdom save?
Oh, no.
This is why I always take a
could
few
feel
steps
that
back.
coming in the air.
Is this...
Oh my
That
god.
one for me.
Yeah, can I use danger sense?
Oh no, because you did
Wait,
just
would
dangerous.
I'd be doing it from a distance, wouldn't I? Or is it the
What's
range?
What's-
against it's
Natty 1.
That one.
Range of
Prestidigitation is only 10-foot range.
10 foot. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you're still within it.
7.
oh
Um,
Oh no.
everyone but Snips. Which is just hilarious that it's everyone but Snips. All start, well, the three of you at least, all start giggling.
I can't counterspell to make them think laugh, can I?
No.
Oh, that's amazing.
I don't get it. What's so funny?
I think I'm remembering the wood thing.
Fair.
Wait, is this one of those complex magic jokes I don't understand?
I don't get what they're talking about.
Out of character, I knew the paper was bad news, but
Oh yeah.
when you didn't really say it looked dangerous, I went, well, okay then.
You couldn't see it, but on the other side of the paper there was magical markings.
That's exactly what I thought it was going to be, and then I went, oh, I have really high arcana, and he just said it was fine, so it's probably okay.
Yeah, it was just the way I was pointing. You couldn't have seen it
Yeah.
better. It pretty much like if the box was booby trapped, and there was no way you weren't going to like trigger it, and it, yeah. 6 seconds later, you stop laughing.
I was acting.
But all of you move. A giggling creature is incapacitated and uses all its movement to move in a random direction, so he's all started wandering off. 6 seconds later, the chest starts to like feel kind of sticky, and a pool of like brownish sticky liquid that starts leaking out the side of it.
No. Snips immediately pulls off the axe. It's just like, nope, I know what this is going.
It smells kind of sweet.
Chocolate?
Chocolate question.
Huh.
You don't know. You haven't tasted it.
Someone's got to.
Okay.
It's,
Can Snips...
it's molasses.
Connor!
Ooh.
God's sake, Connor.
Uh,
Sorry, that doesn't how long
Oh.
That just means it's clean, doesn't it?
come here.
I think it depends on how long it's in the water.
Look, I bathe in water, makes me clean. Therefore, longer in water, longer it is clean.
That's what I'm saying.
I think that's if it's alive. I'm not sure if it's an inanimate object. Like,
Oh, okay. It's going to do this then.
So water knows if you're alive? That's interesting.
everything knows if you're alive. If it's smart enough.
Six.
I don't think the rock knows I'm alive.
After you guys, the
I'm not
rock
convinced.
indeed knows you're alive.
He noticed me.
Like, I know you're like, I just don't care.
Rock knows when a jabroni is alive.
Can Snips, like, look over and see what's inside the chest?
There is some coins. There is a couple of smaller boxes in there as well. Give me a dex save.
What?
Give me a dex save.
Advantage on these, because
That's why I have trust issues.
Everyone who's around this still give me a dex save.
oh my god, how many
I
traps
don't
are
know,
in this box?
have we wandered
Christ,
off,
man.
or are we still...
Walks away.
Well, you haven't said you wandered back, so you haven't.
Advantage. Not great.
Urson's fine.
That's not good.
Snips. You suddenly get some water squirted in your eyes as a whole bunch of flowers like appear around the side of the chest, and they squirt water at you.
Oh,
You're blinded.
It's in my eye.
And let's see, does it give me the final roll I want, or is it going to be... No, okay. Well done, you have come across the mischief chest. The cast the spell Nathair's Mischief.
that's
That's a spell.
I like it.
The one effect I didn't roll is the smell of apple pie would charm you all.
I mean, that would actually be kind of amazing.
Can it
Genuine.
command us once it's charmed us? Like,
No. It can't speak. It's not alive.
that's what I thought.
It's literally
It can just charm you. You'll really love the chest, but
it was literally like just a spell effect that was to go off whenever the chest was opened.
oh, that's brilliant.
It's a level 2 spell.
Oh god.
I like it.
It's one of, it's a really fun illusion spell, that.
Finding ways to use this is going to be difficult.
Oh no, the spell effects were on the paper, it's gone.
Aww.
I mean,
And-
it is this guy's property.
Is it over?
Let's see what is in there. This stuff doesn't matter to you guys, precisely. Oh, ugh.
Oh, good.
Those
Oh, get it.
snake eyes, nice. Snake eyes under gold, the amount that was in there.
With Electrum. No!
Well, no, it's 20 gold and 180 silver.
It's not bad.
Yeah. And what else? Let me see. Roll in here. 6. 5 small sort of statuettes or similar small art objects. And 3 on that. 1.
Ooh.
3. There is a potion of resistance that they allow you to take. Your adventures doesn't sell for a huge amount. A scroll case with what seems to be a magic scroll of some kind in there.
I'll be able to identify what kind.
And somebody roll me a d4.
I can do it. People aren't.
After you. Oh my god, these people are on a roll tonight.
A sort of shining, sort of shimmering emerald is in there. It's definitely magical. You can kind of see what appears to be water in it.
Would I be able to cast Identify on both the last 2 items?
You can indeed.
What a good spell.
The elemental. It's an elemental gem of emerald. It allows you to summon a water elemental. It's a one use.
Oh,
That's
We need to take that.
That-
Team that
Yeah.
up with the dryness dust.
that was
We have
randomly
it in a Pokeball.
that was randomly rolled. And
And I'm just make sure that's right. If we use then dust of dryness on it, we can basically carry out in the dust of dryness and have a pocket.
no,
pocket
we kill it.
elemental. Ah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure one of my other groups killed a elemental the same way. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then let's see. Second level spells go. What are we looking for? There is the random spell scroll. Oh, no. Is a scroll of Pass Without Trace.
Oh, that's sick.
That
That
is a good one to
Like,
have.
we're definitely.
Are we allowed to take those two?
Yeah, the three magic items. It's a scroll. They don't know what it does. Like the gem, it looks magical. They're happy enough to take the gold, the art pieces, and whatever else is in there. There seems to be a couple of other bits and pieces.
I suppose we did open it for free.
Yeah.
And take this deck.
Yeah. So yeah, 3 interesting items. The potion. Actually, we need to figure out what resistance it is. Actually, because it just says potions of resistance. Roll a d10, somebody,
I got you.
and let me know what you get.
6.
Potion of necrotic resistance.
Ooh, that's not bad.
Potion of radiation resistance. Pretty much.
I mean, that's kind of sick, yeah.
I mean, I hope it doesn't come in handy, but it probably will.
Knowing our luck.
This is true. And you just go back, have a nice rest, and next week you will head on to the capital. And
Hell yeah.
as we wrap up stream, can I keep Kara and Oliver behind just to check something?
You got it.
See you all next week.